helping my niece finish some science project in school.
Science project where you learn how to make Molotov cocktails. No?
I learned that one when I was a kid, although I was a little older than she is.
Hey guys.
Hey, Gilbert. What's happening?
Not much. What are you guys up to?
Just playing some RimWorld while I wait for D&D to start.
Alright. I am reviewing wizard spell.
Wizard spells, you say?
Wizard spell.
And why are you looking into wizard spells?
Because a wizard is my plan for if Gilbert ever kicks the bucket. I was doing some reading online for like interesting potential applications for spells. And one of the things I came across instead was like how like a list of some spells that were people were complaining were overpowered, things like counterspell or banishment. And I'm thinking, oh, I see they've never encountered wizards who were fond of terraforming and animate objects.
Yeah, yeah. People only look for the most obvious thing when they think about stuff like that.
They've never seen true OP.
Is it truly OP if it's working as designed?
Not actually OP, but you know, surprisingly counter end, encounter end. Ah, I see those goblins have fortified this tower. It'd be a shame if the foundation were to become compromised.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it is a completely valid tactic that they actually used in medieval times.
And it is delightful. It's that kind of use of spells that got me interested in playing a wizard in the first place. Because previously my mindset was, so I throw fireballs at people, or I control their mind. But now apparently I can terraform. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. If you look at
And
an
I,
illusionist with illusory reality combined with illusory terrain, the spell, yeah.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember what that high-level wizard did, just spell-wise, to the boss sleuthing I made. Holy crap. Kicking that guy's ass.
I got a bunch of old coins so my niece could do some pencil rubbings. Uh, she's got like a, I don't know, like a little workbook that has like a bunch of creative things to do in it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Does the workbook include D&D?
no, I don't think it does.
Then the workbook has insufficient creativity. If Yankee Gish Wizard. Because I really wanted to make a melee wizard, so I did.
Yep. So how are you gentlemen doing?
Good.
Oh, doing pretty well. What the hell? Illusory Dragon?
Hey, I know that spell.
I didn't even realize that was a spell.
That's a spell.
Zenithor's 157.
Hell, my illusory dragon actually was used.
Yeah.
As I recall, that was a major image, right?
Mm-hmm. Of course, I didn't tell anybody that.
Oh, damn, that's a potent illusion.
Which one?
Illusionary Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's actually a pretty potent spell. False Sequester? Well, at least initially I can't think of anything immediately useful for that. That's definitely at least a fun DM spell. Like a lot of this high level stuff, I'm looking over it. Trouble coming up with player uses, but boatloads of DM. heck is
Curious to see what the party's gonna get up to.
Mm-hmm.
You guys had, I don't know that you had like a solid game plan last.
when do we ever create game plan?
I don't know. It meant that I had to like draw up a couple of different variations of how I think things might actually happen, so I could prep some stuff in case. We'll see if it goes in any of those directions. Otherwise, I'm pulling a lot of stuff out of my butt.
Monday Night D&D, where we force AGR to play the game by the seat of his pants.
Pretty much. I actually had a lot of stuff already prepped. You guys managed to stretch the content I had and do some things that I hadn't. I wouldn't say I didn't expect them at all, but I hadn't really prepped for them. I had like a couple of vague ideas of what I would do if you guys did things the way you did it, and that was basic. We ended up stretching that into a whole session. Which is fine. I think it was fun. There was a lot of cool stuff. Get your iced coffee.
Oh crap, 9th level Geass is man, that's powerful stuff.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, ninth level. It's pretty much on the 10 at that point, right?
Well, yeah, but the point is it goes until it's dispelled.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you manage to use it like 7th or 8th, the duration lasts for a year instead of for 30 days.
I
Which
believe
is
it's a year
still
and a
pretty
day.
good. I think that's plain or binding. I just read that one.
Okay.
Geass, when you cast a spell using a slot of 7th or 8th, duration 1 year.
Okay.
A year and a day is kind of a weird choice.
It's a callback to certain fairy tales.
Ah. Makes sense. Can you stack multiple Geasses on them?
I believe so.
Oh god, wow, 20th level wizards can do a shitload of indoctrination stuff.
You know, it's funny. Necromancy gets a bad rep, but really, enchantment is the most evil school.
Yeah, one of those just fucks with life and death energy. The other one takes away your free will.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna look into an enchantment wizard. Contingency.
Mm-hmm. That's a fun spell.
I have to check the wording because I think I just thought of something. I think I thought of an artificial way to achieve immortality that doesn't involve Lichdom.
Nice.
5th level or lower.
Wizards have a few of those.
Shit, Magic Jar is 6th. The plan was use contingency with Magic Jar, and then put yourself into nuts, I'm forgetting the name. Into Sequester. That way you've removed your soul from your currently cryo-frozen body, and you can, say, possess other creatures within 100 feet of your currently comatose body. Nuts. It's 1 level out of range. Huh? Actually, no, there's a way around that. If you grow a complete clone, cast Magic Jar on yourself, take over your clone body, and then use Sequester on your original one. then grab a different body, destroy the clone. So without the clone,
All of this seems a lot more complicated than just making clones and being done.
Yeah.
I believe clone has a restriction on natural age. I think.
No,
I could be misremembering.
I don't think it does.
Oh yeah, if it doesn't have a restriction on age, then yeah, you could just Palpatine yourself. Oh yeah, yeah, no restrictions on that shit. You know, it makes me wonder then why lichdom is a thing.
Because just because you're, it's a lot easier to kill someone with a clone than it is a lich.
Yeah.
For instance, if someone double taps you, they kill you and then they kill your clone, or they destroy your clone before they can. You get what I'm seeing? What I'm getting at? If I kill you,
Yeah, they
you
start
jump
with
to
a
your
clone.
clone body. You're only allowed one clone at a time, so now you have to start a new clone, but that takes time to grow. If I kill you before that clone finishes growing, you are dead. Whereas the Lich can reuse his phylactery many, many times, and killing him right after he reforms, if you just spawn camp the Lich, it annoys him greatly, but it doesn't outright kill him.
Right, and depending on that amount of time, he can potentially pull some shit off.
Potentially.
At least on the wording here, I'm not seeing a restriction on the number of clones you can produce. Might be something in errata.
I thought it had something like, it destroys any previously made clones you had. Could be wrong.
At least on Donjon, I'm not seeing anything about it. A limit to one clone. Maybe it's one of those things where you cannot have several because then you have too many choices for your soul to return to, and thus the spell wouldn't function. Player's Handbook. Clone. Did I want at least 1,000? 1 cubic inch of flesh. Vessel worth 2.
I guess I'm wrong. You could just go full Resident Evil and just have, a room full of clones.
Really?
I would strongly recommend you spread them out.
Oh, of course. You gotta have several safe houses and.
If you have enough of them, like several on each continent, you could just theoretically you could just use them as a means of teleportation. You're like, I don't feel like spending a spell
Sure.
slot today. I'm
Sure.
just gonna.
That's actually a
Jump out and swing
thing in EVE Online,
Oh yeah.
which basically functions. Their clones there function the way the clone spell does in D&D. You could I forget the term for it. Shit. Back when I was in college, I played EVE Online. We used to do this occasionally. There's a term.
So, like getting potted, you mean?
Not potted, but you purposefully killing your clone to regen at the place where you have your clone insured to quickly hop across the galaxy without having to fly.
I mean, as long as your ship's not worth that much, it's not a big
Well, you could just hop out of the station in your escape pod and self-destruct.
Yeah.
And that way your ship's still in the station. You can go and collect it later if you want to.
Yeah.
One
yeah.
Oh, you mean
downside.
clone jumping?
Pod jumping, yes, that's what it was
Pod
called.
jumping. Yeah, pod jumping.
Yeah, that's what it was called.
Yeah, I played a little bit of EVE Online, but not for very long. I didn't get.
I played it. It was fun, but I didn't really play it with anybody, so I only really got far enough to get like a rock battle cruiser and you know, kit it out a little bit. I didn't really use it. I mostly just mined and like, you know, high sec and drank coffee and watched YouTube. Played it like an interactive desktop kind of. Something to do while I'm watching YouTube and having some coffee. Wake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was surprising no one. I was more or less one of the commanders in a band of marauders.
That's
Oh yeah, that's not surprising at all.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like you.
Any particularly well-known faction, or just like a smaller?
I don't think we ever got well known. At one point, we were mostly romping around a section of Stain.
Yeah, the only like super well-known Marauder faction I can remember was the Bastards, but they were already like gone by the time I started.
Yeah, no, it wasn't anybody like that. It was like it had like a Scottish theme in the name or something like that. I don't know. The guy who founded it was Scottish.
See, the one problem to this strategy in D&D at least, your equipment doesn't go with you, so your high-level wizard hopefully don't have any cool shit on you.
There are ways around that. Dwajim's instant summons.
No, that seems needlessly elaborate for just teleporting yourself anywhere.
What spell is that again?
Dwajim's instant summons. It's like DWAJIIN.
Sixth level conjuration. Touch an object weighing 10 pounds or less. Longest dimension is 6 feet or less. Spell used and made blah 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 blah. It does cost a sapphire.
Yeah.
It doesn't say the gold value, but yeah, you know, I suppose at the point that all this is occurring, your finances aren't going to be a huge problem.
Probably not.
Come a wizard just messing around with a group of young adventurers. Oh yeah, see you guys over there. Proceeds to slit your throat and die on the ground in front of them.
I would imagine he would be like very traumatic for like the kids in like the towns. Like, oh yeah, shit, we gotta go across the continent. All right, and just cuts his throat in the town square.
Some people gotta loot his shit, and all he's got are like a pair of underpants, some cheap robes, and a stick.
No, he won't have the stick. There'll be a little piece of parchment in his pocket. They'll open it up and it'll say, "I prepared explosive runes this morning." And then the body explodes.
Yeah, just stick one of those in your wallet.
Yep.
Like, yeah, here, officer, look, here's my license.
One problem with that: explosive runes and all the associated spells that have that kind of landmine feature. If you move the object at all in some instances or past a certain distance, the spell breaks and no longer functions.
Yeah, if you want to get real technical with it. That's why I like the DM version of the spell.
Yeah.
You could almost put like hypnotic pattern on it or something.
Admittedly, the DM version of that spell is pretty good because it's whenever you want, not 10 feet. There's that damn dramatic timing clause.
I did work out a way. It could work with player spells only. It's incredibly expensive just to blow somebody up, but it could work.
I think
Do tell.
I'll have to look at that and try to figure out a way to just rewrite
Okay.
that for Red Hill, because I don't actually care. If you
All right. So you open the piece of paper. Before before that person found that, you as the wizard create a demiplane. In it, you put a stone that you scribe your runes on. You leave it there. Then you cast Contingency to cast Gate to that demiplane to right in front of that rock. So when they open the paper, it uses the Contingency activation to display a portal to the explosive runes, which then blow up in their face.
Wait, isn't contingency limited to 6th level? Or 5th level?
I don't know, is it?
Contingency 6th level spell. It is searching. Load faster, computer.
I mean, at that point, you could just have Contingency just set off Fireball spell when the paper is read, and you just say on it, I prepared explosive runes. I mean, nothing says that you had to write the truth on it. But that's less fun than, a gate to a demi-plane to a rock that you had a glyph of warding on.
Let's see. Okay, contingency, duration 10 days. Choose a spell 5th level lower that you can cast that has a casting time of 1 action and that can target you. Cast the spell. Blah, 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 expends both slots. Describe circumstances.
So this is basically what you created.
The contingency spell effect only can target. Only. The contingency spell takes effect only on you, even if it can normally target others. You can also only have one running at a time.
It doesn't have to target anybody if it's
I mean, looking at it right here, it says the spell can only target you. Or I should say, it can take effect only on you.
Oh, that's very different. Does it say only target you or only take effect on you?
Okay, so earlier in there, the spell that you can plug into it, it says that can target you.
Okay.
But in the later paragraph, it says the contingency spell takes effect only on you, even if it can normally affect others.
That's boring.
It really is. I guess I can understand why, but oh my god, that's boring.
But yeah, this just
I
sounds
can
like we're
just hand
creating
out
quite a
scrolls. I just gotta hand out scrolls that are one-time uses of enhanced versions of spells that have less restriction.
I mean, that's the power of NPC magic.
No, you just PCs can use them. You just make them scroll.
Right,
Scroll of
right.
Enhanced contingent.
Right, but are the players able to make that scroll, or was that scroll crafted by an NPC?
I mean, initially it would be crafted by an NPC, but if they find it and then they have the right feat to be able to write scrolls, then presumably they can copy the scroll.
Sounds like NPC magic to me.
I mean, I have the feat in the game, so you could copy the spell. That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
of course. I'm just saying the spell was originally written by an NPC, thus it's their magic.
I mean, literally every spell in D&D was originally written.
You know what I'm... Okay, now I'm basically looking into, as an enchantment wizard, can I, if paired with, say, a transmutation wizard, take subjects and then basically proceed to alter both their body and their minds and create, like, freaking super soldiers? Completely devoted to my evil goal of world domination.
Well, at that point, you might as well just be summoning stuff.
Yeah, but it's better when you're bending things that already exist to your will.
I suppose.
Yeah. Plus, if I'm summoning stuff, then I need to deal with shit like planar binding, and the fact that, like, you know, do I want my own, like, transmuted polymorph mind-controlled super soldiers, or do I want to trust some freaking devils or demons to do my dirty work? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I don't
The
want
best way to go
outsource
would
it
probably be to,
someone else.
like, just, like, kill them and then reanimate. That always seems to work well.
Hmm. Okay, so let's see. Step one for this plan. Actually, I shouldn't say step one, but let's see. All the spells I would need for this to work. Okay. Wish would be helpful. True Polymorph would be good. Mass Polymorph? What the hell? Mass Polymorph. Xanathar's 160. Mass Polymorph concentration 1 hour. Okay, so it limits them to a beast. Alright. Okay, so let's... Wish would be handy. True Polymorph. Good. Need... Feeble Mind would be a potentially good choice. Have to have Clone. Okay, so fun thing, it looks like a good portion of this could be achieved on one wizard. Excellent.
I mean, you know, if you're a wizard and you make it to 9th level, just like make a list of the spells you want added to your, you know. Yeah, I mean, like you could basically just make a wish with a list of spells you want added to your like prepared spells for, and just have all the spells.
I wish to innately know all of the wizard spells.
Yeah.
I wish to
Know and
never
have
wish
prepared.
losing the ability to wish.
Yeah, you could try that one too. You might
Oh
explode.
god.
Actually, with that wording, to never lose the ability to wish is a really good wish, because if you're dead, you can't wish. So then you would lose the ability to. So you can't die. The wish has to make you immortal as a side effect of trying to allow you to make that condition true. Or it would have to
And in order to
create
cast
some
wish, you
contingency
need
where
to be
you
able
can
to.
be dead and still conscious to like say I would like to cast wish.
Right, and at which point you could cast wish and rectify the problem.
Yeah.
The ultimate wish is the wish to never be able to not be able to wish.
Technically, though, it could lead to some problems. Like, you know, I can see some situations where you're trying to do something which would momentarily render you incapable of casting wish, so you just lose the free will and ability to do that instead. So you can't, instead of just being able to cast wish while underwater, you just can no longer go underwater. You just always have like water walking, or your brain, or you just like gain hydrophobia, so you can't get Now, mind you, you could use wishes to correct those problems one at a time as they come up.
Progressively using wish to expand yourself to the point where you just have, DM powers.
I mean, it's pretty easy because you just do that. Like, if I let you win there, all I have to do is be like, okay, well, PM me your character. Make a new character.
PM the character sheet, your character has, achieved the greatest thing possible. Elevated to NPC status.
Yep.
You've just been integrated into the fluff.
Yeah, he's got better things to do than hang out with these losers.
Actually, now that I think about it, an enchantment wizard would really only need like Gios, modify memory, and I'd say feeble mind, and then the wish spell. Use the wish spell to, like, bit by bit alter a subject to what they need, and then just layer on modify memory and Gios, and then deploy said unit.
Alright, I'm gonna throw my phone on the charger. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
I'm not gonna bother leaving. I'm just gonna take my headphones off.
Okay, I gotta build this guy now. Let's make him a standard human, because why not? Let's make this guy a nobleman. So why not? to win. You know, now I think about it, Dream would also be a good spell choice.
Hey, salute.
Hello.
Hey, Sleuth. I'm making a super duper evil wizard.
Nice.
Enchantment's fucked up, man.
Wait, for which campaign?
Well, I was just doing it for fun.
For future use.
Okay.
Potentially this campaign if Gilbert ever dies. Potentially HGR's campaign if it ever comes up. Or potentially the next Saturday campaign.
Next, well,
I like to prepare ahead of time, because not all the characters I build will be, used in that campaign.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say the next campaign we do might end up being DM'd by you.
What do you mean?
Well, didn't you say that you wanted to do it?
Well, eventually, yeah, but not for some time.
Right.
Long-term goals is it.
Oh, so I got RimWorld
Mm-hmm.
under. I know you play it. I don't know about the rest of you, but having one good hunter and animal person is apparently fucking crazy. Cause I'm like 2 weeks in, I have 5 Labrador Retrievers, an Arctic Wolf that I bought from some pirate merchants,
Yep.
3 of the woolly mammoth looking things, and I'm about to tame a Mega Sloth too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just stupid how much stuff I can get away with just because I have one good hunter and one person who's good with animals.
Oh yeah. Well, I had a bug problem, so I sort of just lit my base on fire.
Oof.
You know, as you do. Those spiders aren't going to get rid of themselves.
Yeah, let's see. That one's dead. That one's dead. I guess I need to go torch their hives.
So when was the last time you had to start a new colony under?
A while. A couple days.
Dang.
Yeah, this is... I had at one point 10 colonists in this one.
I just rescued my first colonist, so I have 4 people.
I mean, I literally sent a squad out to go fuck up some other guys. But I had a bug infestation that occurred right in the middle, and I had a bunch of people just fuck off. Literally, my base is in the process of burning down at the moment.
That's unfortunate.
Well, let me put it this way. I had at one point 10 colonists. I have 3 right now. Look, I'm streaming it on Twitch. You can watch the unfortunate results. I beat the infestation by basically lighting my base on fire and closing all the doors and turning the heat all the way up to 1,000 degrees. I cooked the enemy alive in my base.
Works for me.
I mean, it works for me too, but damn, it was costly. Also, all of my food supplies, my freezer, my kitchen, most of my volatile stores, they're all gone. Works, the research facility, gone. Hospital, burned. I'm a little bit better off than square one.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. It sounded about like that was basically equivalent to starting from scratch.
Starting from scratch, you get 3 people, 1 rifle, 1 pistol, 1 knife, a suit of armor, and some supplies. I don't think any of the supplies can be used for building, though.
This is also my most successful colony. And Vitali just went catatonic. Also, let's see. I have no good builders, no good cooks. I have 1 paramedic that's injured. My primary surgeon died. Yeah. I have a good miner though.
Oh, that's good. You can dig graves.
Oh no, I've pre-dug the graves.
Yeah, I learned pretty quickly if you don't start digging graves early, you're never going to catch up.
Well, let me put it this way. Throughout the process of this game, I have lost a total of 19 colonists have died.
Ow.
Yep.
19 out of a total of 22 colonists
Yeah.
over the.
Yes, over the course of the game, 19 out of 22.
Oof.
Yeah. Also, the fire took out one of my potato fields. And the heel root field. It also destroyed the nutrient paste dispenser, which means I actually can't make food at the moment. I just have raw food. But the uranium grand sculpture I made is still standing.
Why'd you make it out of uranium?
Because it was the most valuable material I had at the time, and I had a thing expiring where they make an art object and it's a higher level. And now Teddy's trying to clean. He's literally sweeping up the ashes from the floor of the base. In the rain.
Oh man, ashes get like turned into like a paste.
Yeah.
He's trying to sweep that? That doesn't sound good.
The good news is there's really no bodies to bury. They were all incinerated in the fire.
That's efficiency right there.
That is efficiency. It was a self-disposing method of ending the infestation.
See, the worst I had a potato crop that caught a blight, and it was the first time I tried to plant anything, so I had to go hunting. That's when I discovered that hunting was fucking ridiculous. And then I had rescued a colonist from somebody chasing him, and then like 3 days later, he lost his shit. Knocked out my sniper, so my surgeon punched him out. I captured him again, and then I sold him to a band of pirates.
That sounds like Grimworld.
Such a Goonie game, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh man, the imprisonment spell lets me get like real cheesy.
The
Real cheesy
9th
shit.
level spell?
Yeah. But I can be like, some old timey fairy tale dickishness, use the slumber one, and then only make it true love. I can do that.
Don't give
Man.
Nala ideas.
High level wizards can just do some really corny levels of evil shit. I love this. It looks like Vilbert will be my next character.
I have several potential builds I'm looking at. I have not decided on one yet. I really like Grub. He he's doing pretty well. I'm pretty happy with Grub. But you know, uh, nothing lasts forever, so it's good to be prepared.
I don't even have a guy with high enough construction skill to build a cooler to build a freezer.
So all that raw food you have is going to be super spoiled real soon, right?
Well, all the food I had burned in the fire. Like, it swept through the freezer. That's why there's no refrigeration units. They all sort of melted.
Yeah, I just thought you still said you had some raw food left.
Yeah. In the backup freezer for the prison, I have 91 units of food attached to the prison nutrient paste dispenser. Guess what? That's no longer just for prisoners.
So we're gonna see how this goes tonight. I got a few changes to the way I'm handling some of this stuff here prior to getting started. I'm trying to get my niece to like go to bed by herself at this point. So we're gonna try, do our best, read her a story, and we'll hit run. She'll fall asleep rather than sit there for 20 minutes and then come bother me 15 times.
Read a story and then book it.
Yeah, so that's what we're hoping for. We'll see how that goes.
What's your modifier?
Oh my god.
What modifier?
Make an animal handling check.
Yeah, what's your modifier to persuasion or performance or animal handling?
I don't know. Might as well ask what my spellcasting modifier is. Like cast sleep.
Oof.
Sleep doesn't need the modifier.
How about this? I had a transport pod come down. It landed on the top of my wall and exploded, killing the guy instantly.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's amazing.
sucks for that guy.
Yeah. And one of my 3 colonists remaining, I had to arrest because he was trying to kill everybody. I have one guy that's actually capable of walking at the moment.
That's all you need.
I don't know, man. Sounds like that colony's pretty much a wrap.
It's not over till the fat lady sings.
We might want to hurry up because they are busting out the microphone for her.
Yeah, they really are.
Fortunately, she's currently a bit stuck on the stairs, so you have a bit of time.
Like, one good raid is going to kill me, because right now the only defenses I have are the 4 automated turrets at the front gate. That's it. And the one guy I have that's walking has... He's reasonably well equipped. He's got... Oh, wait, no, all of his armor's fallen off. He
was reasonably well equipped.
Oh, because he was a paramedic, so I didn't have him usually having combat. So he doesn't have, like, a flak vest or anything on, like, you know. Actually, I wonder, does that guy that went berserk... He does. So I'll just have him strip the prisoner and take his armor. I still have 5,000 silver, though, so if somebody shows up with like a bunch of slaves for sale, I could totally buy them.
Oh, damn. This was a good choice. So before I even read through the Enchanter Wizard's abilities, at least at 20th level, I gave him +5 to intelligence and +3 to charisma. Actually, yeah, at base he has the 16 charisma anyways. So there's this fun ability where I can alter people's memories and cause them to forget 1 plus my charisma modifier hours of memory.
Mm-hmm.
Handy.
Very.
How often can you do that every long rest?
It says when I cast an enchantment spell that charms, I can have one target
I
that's
just got a
unaware of
raid.
it. Also, once before the spell ends, I can have the target forget time while affected. It must make an intelligence save or lose up to 1 plus charisma modifier hours of memory. There is no limit on how many times I do this.
Ooh.
They simply have to have been charmed by me. I'm gonna go full Palpatine with this guy. At base with no ASIs, his scores are 10, 13. Oh, sorry. A second. I was not reading the totals. His totals are 11, 14, 10, 16, 10, and 16. And that's a character standard. By spending 8 hours in study, I can pick a first and second level spell in my spellbook well prepared. I can cast them at their lowest levels without expending spell slot. Okay, so take some of the really shitty enchantment spells that no one wants to use, and now I can use them with impunity.
Yeah.
And then cause people to forget their time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, this is gonna be fun. I mean, that's at 18th level, but hey, that's something to strive for.
Well, what about, like, defending himself? Like, how survivable is this character?
See, I haven't designed his spell sheet yet, but ultimately, I believe the term for this kind of wizard is a controller. His survivability is on how well, the party ensures he don't die.
So he can save others from death, but not himself. Ironic.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, at least until he gets the clone spell.
Oh, yeah, right, then he can save fucking anything.
It's not a story the Jedi will tell you.
Not from a Jedi.
The plan for this guy
I'm
is
down
he
to
will
1 pawn.
basically be Darth.
That's not good.
No, this is... one guy just died of an infection, the other has gone berserk, and I've locked him in a prison.
Damn.
Or almost resort to
By the way, also on the floor of the prison, though forbidden, is a heavy SMG and an incendiary launcher. And the guy in prison's wearing a helmet and a flak vest.
What's the worst that could happen?
Well, not much considering that fire's already swept through the base, so all the flammable shit's already burned off. it didn't reach my explosives magazine, where I have, let's see, 25, 32, 40 high explosive shells and 19 incendiary shells for the mortars. So I got that going for me.
I know, make this guy lucky.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yellow.
Good evening.
Afternoon.
Such as it is, I suppose. I like how it says low medicine after all of the medicine burned up. It's alright,
Oh, and
I don't have any...
Emerald?
Yeah, Rimworld. It's alright, I don't have anyone skilled enough to use it anyway.
Do they still update that game, or is it on like release now?
I think they still update it occasionally, but is whatchamacallit? It has been released, but I think it's still being updated.
I got you. Yeah, it was considered early access for years, I think.
Yeah. However, it did somewhat simplify my power grid and power needs. I now have something like 5 kilowatts of excess power.
How many people do you have?
1.
Started rich?
No, I did the standard start, and at one point this colony, let me put it this way, in the history tab, colonists killed 20.
Oh, it was one of those raids. Ooh.
No, it was an infestation, because I have part of my base under a hill, and it did not go well. So I enacted the emergency Nero plan. And I had everyone grab the emergency Molotovs and start lobbing them into... They came to in a storage facility.
Oh, that's very unfortunate. How did you lose everyone, though?
Well, because when I say I enacted the emergency Nero plan, I say that because all of the... I had only 2 pawns that were not knocked down by the initial wave. One of whom was incapable of violence and was my primary surgeon. The other is the guy that's still standing. And I had him grab Molotovs. He just started dropping Molotovs into the storage unit from above. Like you went around. And here's the thing. I never got a chance to upgrade most of the base to stone, so like half of my base was made with wood walls.
Oh, God.
Fire swept through the entire base. I found out a good way to kill infestations. If you just set your base on fire and close all of the doors, the internal temperature of the corridor will hit like 1,000 degrees C and kill just about anything.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it also killed all... Yeah. Unfortunately, my one guy, Vitali, had to get outside. And, yeah, he was outside to keep the fire off the explosives magazine while this all happened. So I still have all my explosives. You know, I have 2 mortars with 50 HE rounds and 20 incendiary.
That's going to be really scary. All that wealth. Ugh.
I have 5,000 silver, 100 gold, 1,000 steel, 500 plas steel, 100 uranium, 300 jade, and the rest of the wealth went up in the fire.
Yeah. Got any turrets?
I have 3 functioning turrets on the entrance, one of which was just destroyed in the last raid that happened. After the infestation, then I got a raid.
Damn.
I have no freezer. And the one guy I have, his construction skill is only a 3. You need a skill of 5 to build the cooler units. So he can't build a new freezer.
You can't see the cringe on my face, but man, that feels real bad.
Yep.
Damn.
At least he doesn't have to dig the graves. I pre-dug enough graves for everyone. Not that he actually had to haul most of the bodies. In fact, most of the graves are empty still. because the 1,000-degree fire incinerated all of the corpses for me. I
was
didn't have
about
to.
say.
I didn't have to bury anyone.
So how was he taking it? How's that mood penalty for him?
His mood penalty is my niece just died, -5.
That's
He's
it?
the one guy that survived had the psychopath trait.
Oh, thank God. I was about to say colonist died times 10 or something.
Yeah, no, he doesn't give a shit.
He's
But
only
that's why he's the
mildly-
only one who didn't go berserk and died.
Damn. So how does infestation mechanics work now? It's been a while since I played. Do they immediately attack, or do they just kind of like
They
sit around there for a little bit?
They sit around there for a little bit, but the problem is they spawned in my warehouse. There's no fucking cover in my warehouse. So I basically had to get a line of guys with swords and shield belts and a line of guys with heavy SMGs. And it was one of those, like, I had 3 in front, 6 in the back with guns. And then out popped 24, bugs. And just completely overwhelmed the entire militia. Hence, alright, fuck it, light it all on fire. I'll teach those bugs. I'll teach those bugs good.
Yeah, I don't even bother with them at the later levels. Like, normally try to coerce them to a room and then set it on fire and fuck everything else in that room.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to do that.
It gets scary.
Yeah. So, like, all the clothing burned off. All of my chem fuel burned off. Most of the weapons burned off. All that's left is, like, plasteel, stone blocks, steel. I still have a psychic animal pulsar. I suppose I could activate that as a fun way to go.
Oh, dude, I forgot about those things. That's what I should be doing with the Doomsday rocket launcher, fella. I think there's one of them that makes people go mad or have a mental breakdown. That would be great. Now that's my problem with the large bases. Like one Doomsday rocket launcher. Oof. When you got that many people, you can like set up a mortar area, have an entire area just filled with explosives, but takes a while to reload, and when there's like 3 raids attacking at once, it kind of gets out of hand.
Yeah.
Are you streaming?
I am, actually. I'm just deciding to go out with a bang.
You brave, brave soul.
So I've got my guy in the incendiary launcher, and I'm just setting some fires before I go and activate the animal pulsar. Oh, nope, I can't do that. My last guy just went on a sad wander.
Alright, I want to see how this goes. I'm gonna be back in the tuck my niece in, and then
Oof, be right back.
I started a caravan with 2 people, a rifle, and 3 days of food. I'm coming back with 3 people, 3 buffaloes, and 80 something meals, and another 50 pieces of meat that I haven't cooked yet, and 903 logs of wood, 32 things of steel, and over 300 pieces of furs.
Like, I have a feeling this guy's going to be on Sad Wander until he collapses from malnutrition. I think I already got the Man in Black a while back. Like I'm pretty sure he's buried in my graveyard somewhere. Oh, no, I didn't. So, Man in Black showed up. Let's see, what are his skills? Oh god, all of the animals are now, I think, going after the Man in Black.
It's a big yikes from me, Chief.
Yeah, he spawned with a revolver. He needed like an LMG to take these guys on. And yep, the animals just massacred him. And he didn't even die to the boomalopes. Those fucking alpacas that bit him to death.
Revenge. That's what you get for killing my alpacas under.
Oh god, that was so long ago.
Retribution is at hand.
It didn't matter how. Even if it was in a different game, I knew I would get my.
Well, if Vitali wakes up, I should be able to... You know, the Man in Black is going to bleed out. They bit off his left leg. Yes, the alpacas bit the guy's leg off.
Metal.
They tried to do it to Vitali, but the joke's on them because he had a prosthetic leg. There's like a boom rat just camping my guys. Like every time he gets up, it just comes over and taps him back down. Oh no, my front doors are on fire. That's not good. That's all that's keeping, the mega sloths out. Oh my god, he's so totally screwed.
Well, if he doesn't starve to death, he might get back up. He's not bleeding, at least.
Yeah, he'll get back up. It's just whether or not the man-hunting animals will get him. Yep, so all the turrets are gone. The traps are all used. Front doors have burned down. I have one alpaca left. Oh, and now cold snap is setting in. I mean, at least he's wearing a parka, so he's good to like minus 62. But it means my farm just died. But Dolly may never get up. Yeah, rip farm indeed. Doesn't matter because I don't think Dolly's going to live long enough to harvest the corn.
Oh shit, yeah, the malnutrition is severe. Oof.
Yep. And I think the boom rat's eating what little pemmican is left. I just went to medical emergency. Extreme malnutrition. He's in too much pain, he won't ever wake up. And thus ends this fortress.